Good morning. Welcome to Sunday service. Here, thank you for tuning to this special day. We call the midday of the year, as my colleague here remind me. Today is 6 months ahead already done, and 6 months after is coming. It's called turning point of the year. So we have a choice. What can we make it better for the next 6 months? And what can we learn from the last 6 months? Right, so this is my kind of initial saying what we learn from this midterm point of life. It's like same thing, making an analogy. There's many people in the middle of the road. We're all in the middle of the crossroad. What to make the choice? But before you make the choice, like chicken cart ahead, why not take a pause, be still, and then to experience the past 6 months? What did it give it to you? What did past 6 months give you the experience of life? What do you learn from? When you feel happy about it, what productivity is there? What can you do? What are the plans in your hands that it's not being come to reality yet? What can you do? Things like that we plan before we pursue into next journey. I think that's more clear. In Daoism we call do nothing, then leave nothing undone. You pause to do nothing, be still, be yourself, then you know what's next. Many people do things without plan, and that's not very productive. Taoism's always teaching people go with the flow, but go with a great flow. You plan well, and then you have a good flow. You don't plan it, you go with the flow. Yes, sounds great philosophical, but quite often you hit the what? You hit the wall, you hit the curve. It did not make it very smooth. So during this mid of the year, make a little bit more plans for the next year. In the middle of our life, many people here are middle age already. So what can we do to plan the next half journey of our life journey here, right? How we plans well. So anyway, today I want to switch to another topic. And we all know today is July 1st, and July 4th is just around the corner. And July 4th, in our nation here, we call it Independence Day. I'm sure many people, if we go back to many 100 years ago, right? 100 years ago, what independence mean to you? The concept of independence. I'm trying to get what I understand from. I'm sure the pioneer to fight for the independence, has meaning. What they want to fight for, and they want to have a freedom from suppress. Freedom being what? The slavery. Free to be able to take charge in their life, take control of their thought, take control of what they want to say, what they want to express. Right? Those kind of freedom. Freedom what? From the emotion to express. From emotion, from physical, from spiritual. Free from what you believe. Right? In religion or in mind. Or philosophical, right? Psychological. How do we believe? So we want the freedom from spirit. We want the freedom from the physical body. We want the freedom to express, articulate in our life. And this is what truly freedom means. We don't want to be a slave. We don't want to be dominated. We don't want to be suppressed, right? We want to seek freedom from financial, freedom from spiritual, freedom from material life. I think that was the main meaning of being independent. So we fought. Our pioneer fought the war to many people gave up their freedom, gave up their life to establish today what we call freedom. That freedom is democracy, freedom, and love of life. Free expression of their love. Many people could not do it. Right? So freedom has a price to pay. It does. Okay? Let us remember to have a free, sometimes you have to give to get something. Nothing comes from free. We always say you have to what? You have to work for, you have to pay for, you have to sacrifice for, you have to give up something for, to exchange something that we most passion for, that we long for, that we hungry for, that we fight for, the value of humanity. That's what true freedom is about. Humanity value. So we fought, we give life, we give family, we give up the family, we give up life, we give up money, right? And many people selfishly to step into what they believe, into the field, to fight for the true freedom. So that is true, what I thought is called independence mean. Independence has a price to pay. So what does today's independence for us to mean? Independence is not on the price of other people become suppressed again, right? Independence is not most people lose their freedom for elite group people to be freedom. Okay, independence is about what? It's about grand harmony in the world. In the world of grand harmony, that true humanity freedom is independent is not just for us American, right? To be free, right? So in freedom should be the world worldwide, the people under the heaven to be free. I'm sure every religion say God wanted children to be free, right? And God never want any children to be what? The slavery. That's why in Bible say God instructing the Moses to bring the people out of the freedom into freedom to free out the suppressions and poverty and disease and all the things that God guiding you to the land that God promised you. But in order people to reach to the land of promise, we struggle, we fight, right? We lose life, we disbelieve. We pray, betray of each other, we kill each other, right? We robbery each other. That's what human does. Being a human, we have desire. We have desire for more money, higher status, higher powers, right? We have this tremendous greed and desire in fear of not having freedom, so then we take other people's freedom to enforce our own will on them. Because you say, I'm in fear, I'm losing control. Human being is about taking control. Taking control is not what freedom. Taking control is sometimes is the price of many other people losing the freedom. Like ancient time. Meaning kingdom. Kingdom belong to who? To one person. To emperor. Emperor owns the world. Right? So all the whole kingdom is what? Slavery. If you look at mankind history, right? Mankind history. One person's freedom is a whole kingdom's what? The price of being losing freedom. Right? So this is history of being freedom mean. I hope today when we celebrating Americans of freedom, Independence Day, we need to look at what mean independence to the world today. We need to promote the grand harmony of humanity. We need to promoting the culture, religion, economic, press. All of those need to be free to celebrating together because the world today, with information technology, they're growing. The world today become more than ever become a global family. It cannot be protected, self-protected, governing it, build out a bigger war to suppress, to cage ourselves. Right? Cannot be selfish no more. We have to be able to freely trade, freely communicate, freely business, freely talking, free to love, free to forgive each other, have mercy of each other's difference in culture, in everything. And that's how the what? Being love. The world is our biggest family. Right? So every sibling in the family should have a love and passion and support of each other. One is now one's brother, bigger brother, more dominant in the family, right? You can't do that. You have to maintain the harmony in the family, and that's what we are today. I think that's a true freedom. It's about tolerance, compassion, forgiveness, and love. Embracing each other and being each other's, able to sit down at the same table to talk about what mean to them. What is truly independence mean, the freedoms mean, prosperities mean. Right? So that's what our grandparents always do. Right? Always sit down every dinner table, every children sit and have a great manner, have great passion, enjoy the food, enjoy love, enjoy family, enjoy friendship, enjoy passion. That is what the old-fashioned of freedom. Right? Old-fashioned freedom. But today is no longer. Today we so much being possessed by the fear. We fear to live, we fear to die. Okay? Both ways. We fear. We fear that means we losing control of our own freedom. We lose the fear, we lose our freedom to the material world, to the material fear, right? We're afraid not having enough. We fear not being controlled, right? So in first, we losing it to them. I often say it's making an analogy when a good cat play with a little rat, So if the cat just eat the mouse, it's no longer a good cat. You have nothing to play with, right? So eventually your claw will become, is losing its function. And the mind loses function of focus. A good cat have to learn, play with the difference. But when the cat too much into the game, what happened? If too much into the game, then rat plays the cat. Eventually what? The rat dominates the cat. You see, today it's in our life. The material and the fear thing is just like the rat. Okay? In our life, our human just like the cat. But now it's rat plays our cat. Understand? The material, the fear, the material possession, eventually turn around possess our spirit, our life. Make us lose the freedom. Make us losing fun. Losing what means the most to us, called joy and happiness and harmony. And we're no longer having that. Today, you say, feel joyous. Are you happy? Well, let me think about it. Right? Are you joyful? I used to be joyful. You see that? It becomes so challenging to say, yes, I'm very happy. Every minute I'm happy. Well, we could not say that because what? We struggle in stress. Which means we struggle to find gaining control, to feel the freedom in our life again. Very hard for many people to free from money, from jobs, from fears of health issue, right? So many people also be tracked into politicals, technology. One by one, today more and more they're just catching you. Years ago, remember we used to play VHS. Today it's gone, right? Today what used to be analog TV, now today is digital. Cable, digital. So now they what? The TV possess your spirits. You can keep changing your channel, right? Flip channel has so much choice. So you lost into the choice. See what I mean? Oh, CNA, oh, Fox, oh, CBS, ABS, ABC. Okay, so we are being what? Those TV is just like a rat. It played in your spirit, your cat. You are possessed by everything in front of you. We lost freedom. And we lost the freedom. We could not say no. We were so into the game. We're so into the game, it's very hard to step out of the game. You know what I'm saying? So, you see, Daoism teaching you to walk in the mud and not getting dirty. It's a challenge, right? So material life is like a whole puddle of mud. It's like whole pools of mud. So we have to live in that. You can't escape, right? This is our life, our journey. So we walk and swimming in this pool, but too many people drown in this mud, and too many people become so stinky and smelly on the mud. But how many of you to have a true freedom to walk on the mud and eventually grow your spirit like a lotus flower? So now it be a true freedom when the lotus flower truly start blossoming. Then when you truly feel you have a clean body, clean soul. Now that's called clean spirit, organic spirit. Now you truly are sacred. Now that's what we call freedom. Freedom, you see? So what's the three freedom? Freedom mean to you in Taoism, we say three freedom: upper, middle, and lower. Right? So upper here is symbolic of heaven. So we have our intention, our mind, and our spirit. Essential spirits and post-heaven spirit. Right? Our essential is original spirit. But our intelligent spirits continue possessing and suppressing our true spirit. Our original spirit has no name, has no possession, has no fear. We're truly in the freedom, in the grand harmony. But when we grow now, we learn and we study. We learn how to cheat. We learn how to attack. We learn how to suppress. We learn how to be afraid. Right? So all this, we learn to be a victim. We learn how to be persecuting. We learn how to be hero. Right? So it's a triangle of humanity game. We track into the game. So therefore, intellectual spirits become overpowered our original spirit. So now our original spirit suppressed into a corner. If inside our mind has a room, the spirit stay, then our original spirits have been into the corner already. The maximum room being occupied by our post-heaven spirit. So therefore, you lose freedom. You lose independence. Okay? You can't think the way you want already. You can't live the way you truly want already. Right? You say, I lose control. I'm stressed. I have no choice. I have to do this. You see how many people say that? Right? We just live. Had no purpose. I don't know. You see that? So when we can proudly say, I am free. Right? I have a carefree spirit and carefree body. I live just what I want. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling joy. That means your original spirit truly have a freedom. Truly independence from this material suppression. Truly from freedom from possession of material. So you when you're truly free, your heaven is there. Right? So up there is heaven. So God is with you. God's able to send His frequency, His message to your spirit. Then you are in line with God's teaching, in line with the Daoist teaching. Frequency is there. We in tune. Then we always feel joyful, happy, so we can live very conscious. We are able to be mercy. We are able to forgive. That is the quality of God, the quality of mankind. And if we have that means you own the heaven. Okay, that's one. Number two, our heart area. What's our heart area mean to you? Heart area means emotion, means love. How many of us really freedom from emotion and love? It's struggle a whole lifetime. Then we struggle from all the 5 different senses of love. Because we have 5 organs, expressing 5 different kind of expression. You see what I mean? We angry and hate, that's a liver show that, right? We fear and frighten, that's a kidney showing that. And we worry, anxiety, that's a stomach and spleen showing that. We grieve and sadness, that's the lungs go that. We are anxiety and overly joy, some overly thinking, that's all from heart function. See? Those kind of emotions just like a biggest net, like a fish net, caging a fish in this net and struggle. Fish can never jump out of the net. Fish is your spirit. Understand? Our spirit is being caged by this invisible emotional net. Okay? We are caged. We are prisoner of own emotion. How many of you are able to truly independence from your emotion? It's challenge. Let's say that. Right? It's challenge to able to look at when you're angry, how do you understand to minimize it and then letting it go? It's very challenge, right? When you're so sad and grieve, how many of you can walk out the shadow by your own? It's right. It become a challenge. When you're hitting a $1 billion lottery, you couldn't help overjoy. In fact, you couldn't even spend a penny and have a heart attack and die. Right? So this thing it's just challenge to free yourself from the humanity emotion. So therefore, our heart often wandering, often experiencing. Our spirits become victim of emotion. When we become victim of emotion, we take extreme measure, extreme action, quite often leading us into disaster, confusion, health crisis, right? So this is kind of emotion. Can you learn about it? Can you respect about it? Okay? I often make a lecture, I always say, we are human, we're not God. So therefore what? Let emotions set in, respect it, acknowledge for 3 minutes. Then the 4th minute get out of it. Okay? Letting what? Letting calm and feel the intensity. Understands what damage can do. Right? Understands inward and outward what effect can be through emotional. I understand it. I'm not resisted, fighting back, right? Not immediately retaliated and functioning with our human nature, retaliation, judgmental, right? And against emotion. Huh? When the current comes, when we fall into the whirlpool in the ocean, it's not to struggle. It's go with the flow first. Don't fight. And then be peace, save your energy, eventually we spin out of the whirlpool. The more you fight, the more fatigued you are, and the more chance you sink to the bottom, right? See, that's emotion. We 724 in the certain type of emotion we always work with. We still work with our guilt. We still work with emotion problem with our daddy and mommy. We still have problem with our first lover. You see what I mean? The things that we experience as a human, unbelievable. Human is such a wonderful species. We deal with so much information every single day. So we carried all the garbage in our package. And once in a while we bring it out and smell it. Ooh, let's smell it. Oh, smelling. Right? It's so much emotion we carry on, unable to dispose, unable to let go of it. So Daoism can tell you, hey, when emotion comes, be conscious, be merciful, and able to forgive. Okay, use the 3 weapons: conscience, mercy, forgiven, to deal with all the emotion. Then you're able to free yourself from the emotion. Now you are truly independent being. The person able what? To look at all the emotion and understand the force. And instead of become victim, you become the master of this emotion. Then you can live life passionately. Okay? The number 3, that's earth. Okay? So human, we got heaven, the sky, we got a human. Now we got to have the earth freedom. The earth freedom, what we call the lower belly. Lower belly is the earthly life. You see, our belly is round. Round is the earth, right? The earth is what? Grounding, give us a force of grounding, give us a force of independence, dependable, subtlety, right? But you see, that's a source of power. 10,000 things and 10,000 claws that grows on earth. Mother Earth gave us what? The energy and support, give us source of life, right? This is the energy. And same thing as our human. This is our source, our intelligence, source, our spiritual, source, our energy, source, our action. Even including your, emotional, still is a source by there. You see, source of energy is right at your belly. Source of creation is also right in your belly. And for female, right? Female productivity is there. See that? The source of a life, man's the same thing. So you see, how many of us able to free them out from 2 things? 1 is food and water. 2 is sexual desire. How many of you truly able to free from that? When you walk through the Dairy King, how many of you now able to go in there to buy an ice cream? Or at least thinking, oh, that would be cool. Right? We hard to say no to sugar. Right? It's hard to say no to the what? The food is not healthy to us. Because it smells good, tastes good, look good. It feels good. I want it. You see? They catch our human emotion and design the food. It's simple, it's very quick. TV dinner, microwave is so fast. Who need to prepare cooking? Like Chinese food, got to chop, prepare for 2 hours before you cook. Like Italian cook a sauce, have to cook for all day to make a spaghetti sauce. You see that? The cook with love tastes the best. Oh, you can frozen it, preserve it, and then we can maximum product it and put it into Walmart. Well, that is the food has lose the life, lose the force, lose the chi, lose the energy already. You see that? Why grandma cooking out of the kitchen tastes the best? Because grandma cooks all day, nothing else but food with love and passion. That's why dinner tastes so good. Right? So we hard to have freedom out of the garbage food. So we're free from our 5 senses that cheating you, that looks good, hears good, smells good, tastes good, colorful, simple, right? Oh, by the way, it's also very cheap. You see that? We attracted to those possession. See? Now food possess us. Okay? And Coca-Cola tastes good. It's all sugar, right? So once again, it's how do you free from them? Because food is source of energy. Can you eat healthy? Can you consciously free from that kind of possession? That's number 1. Number 2, how many of you able to free out the sexual attraction? Right? Look back from the teenager to today. It is very challenging to say no. Right? And often what? Leading to 60% of disasters. Right? It's a minimum, right? Minimum disaster in a relationship, right? It's called what? We not truly understand of each other. Man and woman is different species. How do you understand each other and respect of each other? Allow other people be the others. Right? No. We want to ask our spouse to be the way I want you to be. I want to program you. I want to control your intelligence. I want to control your freedom. I want to control the way how you should love me. You see what I mean? See, this control is your feel freedom. See, I control you already, but then the other one is suppressed on the bathroom cry. So, freedom is what? It's no longer there. So it's nothing different from the ancient king, right? I want to be the king, the rest is all my slave. So, it's a man in tri as a tri leader. It basically sounds good that tri leader, in fact, tri leader is a slave master. Right? And they all look so spiritual too. They call guru, religion sounds great, they're guru, in fact, what? They are in control of others people's freedom to make them look good. You see that? So, freedom from our food and water, freedom of our sexual attraction and sexual desire. If you one day can free out of those, now you have a independence from the Mother Earth. Okay? Just like children eventually have to be independent and go out to make your own life. You can't just, being 60 years old, still getting from the 90 years old parents, I want your retirement check. I don't want to move out. I can't find a job. Right? And that is not a freedom. You got it? So we got to learn from the freedom from our Mother Earth. How do we productive, not counterproductive? How do we contribute to the nature? Contribute to family instead of taking, destroying them, harming them. You see? So when you get to about the three freedom, heaven freedom, mankind freedom, earth freedom, if you get these three freedom, that's called man united with heaven and earth, united as one. It's only one. In the end, it's truly a true original spirit, free out in this material world. Okay? Yeah, so the lotus flower eventually blossomed because it rooted deeply into most muddy, smelly life. Okay? That's the true meaning of freedom. The freedom, it cannot be achieved without experience life. So wisdom is equals intelligence plus experience. Okay? So no one gains wisdom without experience of life. And that's what I want today when we, as Americans, we are going to this few days, going to celebrating the Independence Day. Let us remember what is truly independence mean to us as a single human. Okay? Let us pray for our nation's true value. Let us remember those pioneers, what they gave life for, what they truly believe in Constitution. Okay? Let us preserve the value, protecting them, understand them. We no longer need to separate people, suppress people. We no longer to build a high wall to cage ourselves. Open, tolerance, receiving, loving. Okay, this is what true human value is about. Let us celebrating true value of our life. Let us all embrace together, become a true grand harmony society, grand harmony world. And that's what true freedoms mean to us. Thank you very much for joining, attending, and checking my online. I'll see you next week again. May Tao and may God love every one of us.